Welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into the top 6 bang-for-buck motorcycles for 2025. Number 6. Triumph Trident 660. The Triumph Trident 660 is the kind of machine that makes your wallet nod approvingly while your heart skips a beat. It's Triumph's entry-level middleweight naked, but don't let the term entry-level fool you. This bike punches far above its weight class. Priced at around $8,000, the Trident 660 offers high-end features without the high-end ego, delivering a dose of British engineering without the steep financial handshake. It's powered by a 660cc inline triple engine, pumping out 80 horsepower. More than enough to make daily commutes or weekend canyon rides seriously exciting. And that engine? It sounds way too good for the price tag. Think concert hall acoustics coming from Bluetooth speakers. Unexpected and amazing. Triumph didn't hold back on the tech either. Ride-by-wire throttle, 2 riding modes, switchable traction control, and a TFT display that doesn't look like it was borrowed from a 2008 flip. The Showa suspension may not be fully adjustable, but it's impressively tuned for urban riding and spirited backroad play. Even the Nissan brakes up front handle their job with quiet competence. For under $9,000, it's a solid deal. And let's talk looks. The Trident 660 blends clean, minimalistic lines with just the right amount of sporty edge. It turns heads without screaming for attention. In a world where motorcycles can cost as much as a used car, the Trident 660 keeps it simple. Performance, tech, style, and reliability, all under $9,000. If value had a mascot, this would be it. Number 5. Royal Enfield Hunter 350. The Royal Enfield Hunter 350 is one of those bikes that makes you question why anyone would spend 5 figures on a two-wheeler when this compact beast gets the job done with style and leaves you with change in your pocket. With a price tag around $4,000, it undercuts nearly everything else that looks this polished and feels this sturdy. Royal Enfield took a classic British silhouette, added modern-day dependability, and gave it a price that doesn't demand a second mortgage, or even a first. What makes the Hunter 350 such a bang-for-buck ride isn't just its price tag, it's the entire pack. The 349cc air-cooled engine doesn't offer breakneck speed, but it's full of charm, delivering smooth, torquey performance that's ideal for city runs and weekend escapes. It won't break speed records, but it will set off car alarms with that deep exhaust tone. And honestly, that's way more fun. You're looking at a solid 20 horsepower and 19 lb-ft of torque, which might not leap off the spec sheet, but in the real world, it means smiles from stop sign to stop sign. And there's the aesthetic. The Hunter 350 feels built for cafe parking lots and late-night gas station snapshots. It sports cast wheels, a digital analog display that gives you just the info you need without overdoing it, and a riding position that says, "Commuter cruise, I've got you." Fuel economy? Around 75 mpg, meaning you'll breeze past gas stations like they're contagious. In a market stuffed with overpriced, tech-loaded showpieces, the Hunter 350 proves that great motorcycles don't need to be expensive, just well-designed and well-built. And this one checks both boxes. Number 4. Kawasaki Eliminator. The Kawasaki Eliminator is a cruiser that outperforms its price without overextending your budget. At just about $6,000, it delivers standout styling without requiring the sale of an organ. Its low profile, classic teardrop tank and lean frame give it a relaxed but assertive look. The LED headlight and blacked-out treatments add a sleek, modern twist, making it appear far pricier than it is. Whether it's parked outside your local coffee spot or slicing through traffic, the Eliminator brings the kind of confidence typically seen on bikes twice the price. Beneath the sharp looks is a 450cc parallel twin engine that's more than just eye candy. Borrowed from the Ninja 400's high-revving heart and tweaked for torque, it delivers spirited performance that pulls confidently throughout the rev range. City rides are easy, and highway cruising feels effortless, without the engine sounding like it's begging for air. With roughly 50 horsepower and a 386 lb curb weight, it's agile and easy to handle in corners. Fuel efficiency? Expect 60 plus mpg. What makes the Eliminator a genuine bang-for-buck bike is how much it gives without asking for much. You're getting a sharp, capable, and responsive motorcycle from a reliable brand, priced at a point where others are still figuring out the basics. If you want a bike that looks sharp, rides even sharper, and doesn't drain your finances, the Kawasaki Eliminator could be 2025's smartest choice. Number 3. Yamaha MT-07. The Yamaha MT-07 is the motorcycle version of a mic drop. If you're chasing the ultimate bang for buck in 2025, this middleweight naked nails the sweet spot between cost, personality, and sheer riding thrill. At around $8,000, it carries the vibe of something way more expensive. The aggressive Street Fighter stance, compact proportions, and iconic LED headlight give it that sci-fi edge with serious attitude. And the engine? A 6.89cc parallel twin that doesn't just whisper, it growls, snarls, and sometimes even shouts. Thanks to the cross-plane style crankshaft, it delivers a punchy and torquey feel that turns everyday city rides into highlights and makes highway pulls exhilarating. It puts out roughly 75 horsepower, not earth-shattering on paper, but twist the throttle, and it responds like a freight train on espresso. What truly makes it special is the weight. Just over 400 lb wet. It flicks into corners effortlessly and remains playful at any speed. The suspension and braking components might not wear high-end brand names, but they're tuned perfectly for real-world riding, durable, responsive, and fun. You can expect around 50 mph too, so your bank account stays intact between rides. Yamaha keeps it smart. No unnecessary frills, just what you truly need. In a sea of overpriced, tech-laden showpieces, the MT-07 is a breath of fresh air. For under $9,000, few bikes pack this much spirit, capability, and value. This is where the sharp money rides. Number 2. Triumph Speed 400 Hours. The Triumph Speed 400 is the kind of motorcycle that makes you question how they packed this much into such a small price tag. With an asking price under $5,000, it doesn't just flirt with value, it dives right in and grabs a second helping. At a glance, it looks like a British classic made for cafe hangouts and croissant selfies, but it's far from a retro imposter. You get genuine style with LED lights, a sculpted tank, and gold-accented forks that scream premium, even if the cost whispers budget. The engine's a 398cc liquid-cooled single-cylinder that's surprisingly lively, pushing out 39.5 horsepower, plenty to keep things exciting on curvy roads or fast commutes. A 6-speed gearbox shifts smoother than most online conversations, and the throttle is responsive enough to please veterans while staying kind to beginners. At just 375 lb's curb weight, it flicks through turns like it's built for twisties. Fuel economy? About 70 mph, more riding, less chatting with gas station attendants. You even get features often reserved for pricier bikes: ride-by-wire, traction control, and a slipper clutch. Build quality isn't just good for the money, it's genuinely good, full stop. If you want a 2025 motorcycle that brings you premium looks, performance, and real features without burning your budget, the Speed 400 is your golden ticket. Proof that riding big doesn't have to mean spending big. Number 1. Suzuki SV650. The Suzuki SV650 is that motorcycle that makes you wonder why you'd ever pay more. It's sharp enough to turn heads at the pump, but not so aggressive that you feel judged rolling up in business casual. With its exposed trellis frame and clean styling, it walks the perfect line between sporty and friendly. No flashy carbon fiber or wild fairings, just honest. Functional style that's aged like fine bourbon, classic, bold, and still in demand. And the engine? A 645cc V-twin that's smoother than a dealership sales pitch. It delivers around 75 horsepower and plenty of low to mid-range torque, perfect for tackling canyon curves or slogging through gridlock. It won't keep up with a superbike, but at just about $7,000, it'll leave your wallet feeling pretty smug. The build quality is excellent, with a chassis that feels stable yet forgiving. It's light, agile, and unintimidating, but never feels cheap. Maintenance is low cost. Parts are easy to find, and insurance won't ruin your coffee. The SV650 proves that you don't need a second job to enjoy real performance on two wheels. If you want a bike that commutes, cruises, and even tracks occasionally without draining your bank account, the SV650 remains the top dog in bang-for-buck riding. And with that, we wrap up this video. If you found it useful, Go ahead and give it a like, and make sure to subscribe to the channel for more content next one.